Hey guys, it's Gian here. Great to see you all. I'm here at my house. You guys are all at your guys' houses. It's so different that we have to stay home to make sure that we're all safe. It's pretty cool that we can spend all day with our families. I'm here spending all day with my family. I'm sure that you guys are playing with all your favorite toys with your brothers and your sisters. So great that we can still stay connected with our grandparents and family members and your friends. I'm sure that you guys are calling your friends and your family on your phones or on your computers. I'm going to be making these videos for you guys every week so that you can still hear the Bible story and you still get to see me. And I'll be sending you guys these videos every single week. The first week was about a guy named John the Baptist. As you can see in this picture, John the Baptist is baptizing Jesus. Can you point to John the Baptist? Second week was about some fishermen. Now this picture is of Jesus asking some fishermen to follow him. Where's Jesus? Can you point to him? Now this week's story is about 12 disciples. Remember, I've told you about the disciples that are up on the wall in my room? Jesus' disciples followed him wherever he went and they did what he did. There were 12 of them. Let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And their names were Peter, Andrew, James, John, another James, Matthew, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Judas, Thaddeus, and Simon. Now let's learn a little bit more about them. In the second week, we learnt about 4 fishermen. And these guys were some of the people who chose to follow Jesus. There was Peter and Andrew, and they were brothers. And there was John and James, and they were brothers. And they were all fishermen. Last time I saw you guys, I talked about Matthew, and he was a tax collector. He took the money and he chose to follow Jesus. He was one of the disciples. Judas was in charge of the group's money. It was Simon and James, the other James. He was younger than James the fisherman. And there was Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, and Thaddeus. And you guys want to know what was so great about these people, these 12 people who would follow Jesus wherever he went. What was so important about these guys is that they chose to follow Jesus. Just like many people today, they choose to follow Jesus. These 12 people chose to follow Jesus. Jesus told them to follow me, and they did. They became Jesus' disciples and they followed him wherever he went. They did some amazing things. Here we see Jesus' disciples watching Jesus heal the sick. And here we see Jesus' disciples helping him to feed over 5,000 people. And here we see Jesus' disciples watching Jesus be loving and caring to people. The stories about Jesus doing things with his disciples are in the Gospels. They're the first 4 books of the New Testament: Matthew, Luke, Mark, and John. And you guys can go into your Bibles and have a look at these stories. You can ask your parents to read you these stories. So today's craft, I've sent you guys a picture of all these 12 disciples. And if you have a printer, you can print it off and colour them in. And you can pick who's who because they don't have their names on them. If you guys don't have a printer, I have the picture of all the disciples and you guys can draw them. So you can find some paper in your home and you can draw them. If you guys don't have any paper, there's a few games that you can play to do with the story. You guys can play follow the leader. You could say follow me and lead your family around the house. Or one of your family members, one of your parents could say follow me and you can follow them around the house. Another game you could play is Simon Says. So you say, Simon says, stand up, and everyone stands up, and you just copy what they say when they say Simon Says. If they don't say Simon Says, you don't copy them. You only copy them when they say Simon Says. So you can play Simon Says or Follow the Leader as the game for this week. In the email with this video and the craft, there's also a link for the Spotify playlist that you can go and have a listen to all these preschool songs about God, and you guys can dance to these songs and you can try learn the words and try sing along. Okay guys, I'll see you guys next week for another Bible story, the last Bible story for this month, as we're exploring Follow the Leader, as we all follow Jesus. Have loads of fun this week. You guys could play those games, have fun doing the craft, stay safe, and kia kaha. See you guys.